Morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, gentlemen. Mr. Duffy, I just got back from Huntsville, Alabama last week or so and watched the performance of high-energy lasers. And Senator King had brought that up about spending all these millions knocking down these drones. What's your thoughts on high energy and what you've seen the progress in the last few years? I've seen a lot in the last 4 years myself. Your thoughts?
Well, Senator, thank you for the question and for the great state of Alabama's contribution to the defense industrial base. I agree with Senator King and with you. Directed energy and high energy lasers would provide a tremendous capability when we think through some of the threats that we face, whether it comes to counter UAS systems, and really the threat we face, whether it's from adversaries that, like the Houthis, that are able to inflict low-cost kinetics at us, which require us to expend high-cost weapon systems. I think if we can get the technology where we need to be with directed energy and high-energy lasers, that would provide us with the capability to have very low-cost response to those threats. And in the future of distributed warfare with swarms and that sort of things, I think that'll be critical for us to establish that capability.
Thank you. And the progress we've made has been small private companies, as Senator King was saying. Sometimes they get bought out and they move down the line or can't make it because of funding. But I think they're doing an outstanding job. I'd like to, when you're confirmed, to come down and visit and see this for yourself.
I look forward to it, sir.
Dr. Mink and Dr. Michael, this question for you here on the future of engineering in your departments, both of you. We're going to have a tough time keeping good engineers and people employed because of the private companies taking our good people away out of the military. What's your thoughts and your plan of hopefully keeping the best and the brightest in the military instead of taking the private route? Either one of you? Or both of you?
I'd say it's twofold, Senator Tuberville. First, we have to have some successes that are well promoted inside the science and technology enterprise. If DARPA does something great, we need to get it out of the labs and into production fast, and that gives people motivation to be part of want to be part of one of those organizations. The second thing is we should be working with private industry more. If you take artificial intelligence, there's a lot of money being spent and a lot of research and a lot of dollars. We shouldn't have to duplicate that in every area of the government. We should be leveraging where they're spending more and doing ahead and the things we have to do on the basic research side that's not profitable for private industry. We got to get it out of the labs faster and into production sooner.
Thank you. Dr. Mink?
Thanks for the question, Senator. And just kind of to echo, I think it's not just money. I think it is. I think it is the opportunity to do advanced research, do advanced engineering that has a mission outcome. Right. That what we've found in my current organizations, it's a very highly technical workforce. We've done very well in recruiting and retention, and it goes kind of back to the quality of service I mentioned a little bit earlier, is when you bring in these really skilled, talented people, regardless of what that talent is, you need to have there needs to be an opportunity for them to be successful and to do what they love to do, because it takes a lot of work to get some of these skill sets. I think in many cases that's even more important than just pure funding or pure salary.
Thank you. You know, we talk about machines a lot, but we don't talk about people enough, and people are what's going to get the job done for us. Mr. Bass, it's becoming more and more common for members of our armed services to be referred away from the military treatment facilities to civilian providers. The consequences are enormous to the taxpayer, the cost. We want to take care of our service members. How do we fix this problem?
Thank you, Senator, and thank you again for meeting with me offline. We need to take a look at medical readiness is our priority, and we want to make sure we meet the access to care standards for our military members. And it's a delicate balance between going to the direct care system and the MTFs and then to the private sector. We need to look at and encourage healthcare in the MTFs for both volume and complexity, but when necessary to meet medical readiness standards, we need to also send it out to the community. So we have to look at the delicate balance between the both, and if confirmed, I'll work with the staff to make sure that we're meeting access standards, getting healthcare for our troops, and they're getting world-class care.
And as you and I talked about, cutting costs, we need to involve the 21st century of AI into the things that we do between doctors and hospitals and drug companies and all the things that can cut back costs. They're there. We just don't use them for some reason, but I would hope we would get involved in that. Thank you, guys.